Hello, welcome to another episode of the Andrew Reader Show. Today we're at the Dow Memorial Library to take a tour with Miriam Andrus and see what's been changing at the library. Thank you for being here today, Miriam.
Thanks for having me, Andrew.
All right, so let's start with outside. What have you done with the parking lot?
So we've actually resealed and recoated and restriped the parking lot. This is something that we definitely needed to do. It's been more than 4 years since the parking lot was last redone. Got to the point where you couldn't see the lines in the parking, or you could see extra lines. So we closed the library for a week and we made a lot of changes that we'll be talking about today. But one of the main things that we did that people really appreciate is we redid the parking lot. It has all new striping, new directional signage, and we also made the handicap parking so that it's a little bit closer to the front door.
Okay. And so now it's fine-free, right?
Yeah, so the library went fine-free the beginning of September during that time that we were closed. And a lot of people, we've been getting a lot of questions about going fine-free. What does it mean? Why did we do it? And one of the main reasons that we went fine-free was because fines create barriers to access. So at the public library, we want to make sure that everybody has access to materials. Our mission at the library is actually connecting people to resources. And we saw putting fines on people's accounts as creating a barrier to them getting the resources that they needed. Now, getting rid of fines doesn't mean that we never charge people for anything. If you fail to return your items to the library, we do send you a bill. But really what this eliminated was people that have returned their materials to the library and then we find them afterwards. So they'd already returned the materials, they're available for another person to check out, so we wanted them to be able to continue to use the library without having to pay when they've already been responsible enough to bring those materials back to the library.
Okay. Is there anything else you have to say while we're outside?
Well, one of the things that we are going to be looking forward to in the spring is we're actually going to be redoing all of our landscaping out here. We've got money in our capital project this year, so it will happen before the end of June. That's the end of our fiscal year. We have large planter boxes over here that don't really have anything in them, and they haven't for several years. And then we have a seating area out here that has planter beds, and they don't have anything in them as well. So what we're going to be doing is we're actually going to be redesigning our entire outside space. We're going to be putting in some seating areas so people can study outside. We're going to be putting in some plants, and then also we're going to be putting in some sun shades so that people that want to come and sit out here, especially in the summer when it's really hot, they'll be able to have the opportunity to come and enjoy outside, whether they're doing summer school, they're studying, or they're just having a meeting with somebody. They'll be able to use this outdoor space a little bit better than they are now.
Okay. All right, well, thank you for that. All right, let's go to the reference section and see what's going on there. All right, we're here in the reference section. So you had a complete layout change, right?
We did. So we closed the library for a week, and we decided to rearrange everything on the main floor.
Okay. All right, and so you also got a new self-checkout station here, right?
Yeah, so along with rearranging things, so there was a lot of reasons that we did that. One was because we got new technology on the main floor. We got new public computers. We got a new self-checkout station. So if the lobby of the checkout area is too busy, patrons can come check out their items in the reference section. It also acts as a printer kiosk, so patrons can release their print jobs at the same machine that they can check out at. But also another reason that we did the layout change was because we wanted to get our collections a little bit more compact. We used to have our large print was in 3 different areas of the library, and with our arrangement of the floor layout, we were able to get all of our large print together in one section. We were able to give our paperback books a little bit more space because we had run out of shelf space with our paperbacks. We were able to get some additional shelving for our adult fiction collection, so it was able to expand just a little bit. But then we also, in the area over here to my right, we were able to put all of our new books and new collections. So DVDs, audiobooks, paperbacks, pretty much anything that's new within our reference section, we were all able to put in one space. And it's also the thing that's closest to the door. So most patrons, when they're coming into the library, they want to see what's new and what is popular. And so we wanted to make sure that it was very easily accessible. So we were able to move that close to the door as well.
Okay. And now adult movies are free, correct?
Yeah, Yeah, so one of the things that we did with the change is we got rid of our rental fees on DVDs. So we were able to get rid of the charge for that.
All right, and then you have new board game rentals, right?
Yeah, so something else that we started doing was we got a collection of board games and we created what we call a library of things. So the board games are available for anyone to check out, and we have kids games as well as adult games. So if there's a new latest and greatest game that you want to play, you can check and see if the library has it and test it out before you decide to buy it, or you can just have a game night with your family and get your games from the library.
Okay, and then you've renovated the whole catalog for the library on the computer, right?
Right. So one of the things that we did while we closed was we actually got a new checkout system. So we used to be on a system with a consortium, but we changed so that our system is actually all done in-house. So we're using a company called Apollo, and it's a web-based checkout system. And we like to think that it is more user-friendly for patrons. It's definitely more user-friendly for staff. But you'll notice that when you're looking at the library's catalog that things look a little bit different, and that's why we switched over our software system for checkout.
Okay, but it's still relatively the same.
Yep, so you can still get on, search for any item that you need by title or by author, and then of course if you can't find what you're looking for, you can always ask our helpful reference librarians.
All right, and then while we're here, is there anything else to say?
Yeah, so one of the things that I wanted to let people know about was our library of things. So right now we've got board games that we've put into our library of things, but the library has other things that you can check out as well. So some people don't know that we have laptops that you can check out for in-house use at the library. And we're also working on other library of things. So one of the things that you're going to start seeing in the library soon are memory kits. And basically what those are is they are a kit of things that if you have a family member or you know somebody who is suffering from the early stages of dementia or Alzheimer's, you can actually bring this kit with you when you go visit them. And it has a bunch of trinkets and pictures and talking points that can help jog a person's memory. So you've got an activity to do with that family member when you go and visit. So we're starting to get those rolled out slowly. So there's something you're going to be seeing at the library here really soon.
Okay, and then you also have knit kits, but those aren't necessarily new, I suppose.
Right, yep, we have knit kits and crochet kits, and then we're also working on a bunch of other new things like STEM kits that are going to be coming out soon as well.
All right, okay, let's go over to the checkout section. All right, we're here in the checkout lobby. You have new self-checkout systems.
We do. So with the software update that we did, we also got a new hardware update. So other than having a self-checkout in the reference section, we also got new self-checkouts in the lobby. So the self-checkouts that we used to have were about 5 years old, and they got to the point where they weren't working very well. They were kind of the first generation of the touchscreen. And so we purchased these 3 new self-checkout stations that are right behind me. They work out fantastic. We love them. They are much more responsive than our previous checkout systems. They also show your entire account. So you can come in, scan your library barcode, see if you have anything on hold or if you have anything on reserve, if you have any bills to pay, if you've damaged an item. But it also shows you how many items you have checked out, and will give you a complete list of everything you have checked out if you want that as well before you actually check out your materials.
And something else I noticed about these new self-checkout systems is that back in the past, when you had a Melcat, you had to go to the other desk. Mm-hmm. But now you can just bypass that and get your Melcat later if you so wish.
Yeah, so right now we're actually in the process of integrating our 2 systems. So the nice thing about the new system that we just switched to was it talks to Melcat. So previously with our old system, it didn't talk to Melcat. If you got onto your account and wanted to see the items you had checked out, it wouldn't show any Melcat items. Our new system, it talks to Melcat. So you're able to print off your receipt and it shows that your Melcat items are on there. So that's fantastic. But part of that is we are working on integrating our Melcats and our regular books so that you can check them out at the self-checkouts all by yourself. So if you actually look at the hold shelf that we have instituted, it used to be that you had to go to the computers where our staff are stationed for everything. And now you have the option, if you want to not see one of our staff members, you can actually check out at the self-checkout with your holds.
Okay. All right. Let's go down to youth services now. right, we're here in youth services. So, first, in your Beyond the Books zone, you have a new playhouse.
Yeah, so we had a generous donation from the Friends of the Library to create a puppet stage / playhouse. So we installed that just a few months ago, and we're actually looking at getting a couple of more pieces to go along with that unit in the near future.
All right. And you have a new self-checkout station right here.
We do. So this is actually what the self-checkout station looks like in the reference area. Again, it is dual purpose. So you can check out your materials, or you can also release a print job. But it has been very much needed in this space where you have parents with small children. Their kids are using our Beyond the Books area. They're playing, or they're on our new tablets that we have. And the parents are able to keep an eye on their kids while checking out their materials. They don't have to try to bring everything upstairs to the lobby, get their kids away from the toys that they enjoy playing with, wait to be checked out, or use the self-checkouts up there. Now they're able to do it down here in the lower level all by themselves.
All right. And is there anything I'm missing about just youth services?
So we have a lot of programs going on in youth services. One of the fun things that we've started doing is we have a big event Saturday each month. So during this month, we had a Knights and Unicorns Day. And as you can see on the wall right behind us, the next event we have coming up is November 16th, and we're doing a Diary of the Wimpy Kid Day. Also on that day, we actually are doing a program promoting one of PBS's new shows. So just keep an eye out for the calendars that we put out each month. We have a big program once a month for kids and families every Saturday. And so if you haven't been to a library program lately, I encourage you to come.
And the tag meetings are new too.
Yeah. Yep. So we have the tag meetings for the teens. And also along with the teens, we have our Make It and Take It crafts, which we're doing kind of in conjunction with the Adult Services Department. So that's where you can come to the library. You can make something and then take it home. The next program that we're doing for that is along the lines of kind of holiday ornaments. So something fun to look forward to.
All right. So you have new computer programs now.
Yeah. So again, when we were closed, we did a lot of stuff. But some of the things that we did was we're trying to create more access to more resources for our patrons. So one of the things that we did that we haven't done before is we got a new platform called Canopy. And what that is basically like a Netflix for libraries. So it's a video streaming platform. It has the great courses, it has documentaries, it has a lot of Academy Award winning films, but very similar to Netflix. You just need your library card. You get onto the website and register with your library barcode and the PIN from your account, which is typically the last 4 numbers of your phone number. And then you're able to download those movies and watch them right from your home.
Okay. And is there anything else you wish to share about those programs?
Well, so we've got Canopy, but another program that we recently purchased is lynda.com, which is actually becoming LinkedIn Learning. They're right in the middle of their transition. So lynda.com was purchased by LinkedIn Learning, but if you don't know what it is, it's basically an educational platform. So it teaches everything from how to use Microsoft Word to how to build a website, how to do marketing, how to manage your time better. It has over 7,000 courses that you can take and learn a new skill or learn a new task. If you want to apply for a job and you just need to brush up on some of your computer skills, then you can use Lynda for that. So that's another resource that we just recently launched. And we want patrons to hop on and check out our new resources, as well as all of the other resources that we offer at the library. We have everything from ebooks to e-audiobooks. We have Hoopla, which has comic books on it, as well as a myriad of other research databases. So if you haven't been to the library lately, we encourage you to come, and we are always happy to help you find anything that you need.
All right. And before we wrap up today, is there anything else you wish to say about the library as a whole?
Well, I often hear that the library is a gem in our community, and I really do believe that. I want people to come to the library. I want them to have a good experience. I want them to get the resources that they need, whether that is attending one of our programs, picking up the latest cookbook, getting the most recent DVD release, even just using our resources at home. We know that there's something for everybody at the library, and we just encourage people to come in if you haven't been in a while and check us out. And if you have been in the library, ask us what's new. There's always something going on at the library.
All right, well, thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for watching this episode of The Andrew Rita Show. I was lucky enough to run into City Councilman Pam Hall, who gave me this to say about the library renovations.
Hello, this is Pam Hall, City of Midland Councilwoman, Ward 1, and today I'm here at the Grace A. Dow Memorial Library, and it's beautiful renovations here. You got to come on down and check this out. A lot of the improvements from the flood of 2017 have been finished, and we've got some beautiful meeting spaces here and a lot of very knowledgeable staff that can help you understand all the new different products that they have here at the library.
Thanks, Pam. All right, this has been The Andrew Rita Show. I'm Andrew Reeder, signing off.